Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Tower Defense Battles. Alright, so in this episode, again, we're doing the same thing as always. There's nothing special about this episode, not yet. So yeah. I did, however, about an hour ago, play around with one of my subscribers in Bloons Tower Defense Battles. Yesterday, I think I told you in a video or comment or something, I don't remember which one, but there was some difficulty with trying to connect on Bloons Tower Defense Battles with one of my subscribers, but thankfully we were able to get it working today. So yeah, I'll place this one here. This level, again, will go as normal. I'll just be, you know what? Yeah, I'll be getting the glaive ricochet as soon as I can. And for a second I was thinking maybe I should send in my Bloons early, but you can't. You can't send in Bloons until round 2 anyways, so still gonna take a little while. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. In case you don't know, or in case you want to know, I suppose, if you want to play around Bloons Tower Defense Battles or Bloons co-op with me, let me know in a private message on YouTube. If you don't know how to do that, you go to my channel page, click on the About tab, and then click on the button that says Send Message, and then you'll be able to obviously send a message to me. Now here, you might notice on the right side, there's a red balloon that's probably going to end up leaking, but that glaive ricochet, I'm pretty sure, took care of it right in the nick of time, which I think was pretty awesome. Obviously not necessarily skill on my part in any way, but still pretty cool how that happens. But this stage is a little bit challenging, I guess, because the balloons that the opponent sends come in from the opposite side of the balloons that already come from the natural wave, which can be a little bit difficult for a number of reasons. For one reason, the glaive ricochet now has to focus on attacking in 2 different directions instead of just one, which isn't really a huge problem, but it can be a little bit troublesome later on. But right now, actually, you know what? I'm gonna focus on, well, no, I'll keep going with the blue balloons. Because I was thinking of a different strategy, because I was playing with one of my subscribers today, like I just said, and I was kind of experimenting a little bit with when I send what balloon level and what tier and all that. We had a pretty long match, and I ended up getting to like 7,000, I think, 7,000 income, so like 7,000 every 6 seconds, which is more than 1,000 a second, which is pretty awesome. But obviously that is not going to happen this time, or probably not going to happen this time. Right now, it's only round 5, but they don't have any camo lead detection, so maybe they won't have any. They seem to be relying on their bomb tower for the clump busting, or the stream busting, although they did just get a cannon ship, or not a cannon ship, but a buccaneer, which is actually what I'm going to get next too, as soon as I start getting more money. Because that's kind of another thing. Instead of constantly getting like the highest tier balloon, sending the highest tier balloon against my enemy, Jonathan Vela, I guess, but instead of just getting the highest tier balloon to send at them, I'm gonna keep using the blue balloons so that I'm still increasing my income while also increasing my current money. So hopefully that should be good. And also, I didn't record me playing against my subscriber person, just because if he won, I didn't want that to be on the record, which I kind of joke about, but it was just a joke. But I was using a different web browser. I was using Firefox to actually play against him, and I'm using Google Chrome so I can actually record it with Fraps. So that's why, or at least that's one of the reasons, I guess, why I didn't. But I guess now I could use XSplit to record my gameplay, so I could technically record on Firefox, but I don't know how the quality would be. I don't remember how good the quality is when I use XSplit, but I'm going to continue using blue balloons up until I get like a high enough income in order to really use the higher tiered balloons more effectively. And here I can see that he has a sniper monkey with camo detection, which means that he'll probably be using that as his camo lead defense, and then his ninja monkey will be helpful against camos in general, and the buccaneer will probably help out as well. So right now, still just kind of saving up my money a little bit as I spend money. And you know what? Once I reach 650, or once I pass 650, because yeah, okay, once I'm at 650 per second, or per 6 seconds, I'm gonna switch over to green balloons, just because I think that might be a good idea, maybe. I still think I might be able to beat him with camo lead. Maybe. Probably not. Actually, no. Now that I think about it more, he does have... he has decent camo detection because of that ninja monkey, but I don't think his buccaneers are increased to camo detection yet. So I've got that advantage, I guess. But I don't even have camo detection yet. Yeah, I don't even have any camo detection yet. But let's see, just increase that to red hot rings, so that I'm able to pop through the lead. And what's interesting is that now that, well, kind of, now that there's other balloons, I guess, around the lead, then the glaive ricochet can sort of ricochet through those other balloons to ricochet through the lead, because normally the leads sort of stop the ricochet effect. Now here, I'm actually switching back from the green balloons to the blue balloons that I'm sending at my opponent, because I'm not able to keep up the production of green balloons, or my income can't keep up with the production of green balloons, and I'm switching to cannon ship, so that I'm actually able to pop these leads a little bit easier, so that the glaive ricochet doesn't have to worry too much about it. And yeah, he has a cannon ship now too, so I can't send camo lead at him, or I shouldn't send camo lead at him, because it would just be a waste of money. Because now he has the sniper to deal with camo lead, the cannon ship to deal with camo lead, and then the ninja monkey to help out with just general camo detection. Which means that he probably actually could defeat me with camo lead at the moment, because I really don't have much camo detection in general. So that's kind of my weakness right now. But what I will do, once I get more money, obviously, is actually switch over to pinks a little bit, just for a little bit, so that I can get some more money from that, and then go right back to blue balloons, because I don't want to spend up all of my money. Well, you know what, might as well. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm just going to stick with pink balloons, because I do have quite a bit of money as a little buffer. So while I'm using these pink balloons, I'm spending more than I'm making, which is breaking one of my rules of financial success or whatever. But it's also increasing the amount of money I'm making, so that's always helpful. So I might be able to sort of catch up with myself with... no, apparently not. So I'm still, even if I'm just holding down the key, the hotkey to send in the pink balloons, I'm still spending more than I'm making. So I'm actually going to stop that and just start sending in the blue balloons again, and because that costs a little less, so I'm still able to increase my income while increasing my current cash money, my current amount of money, which is obviously pretty helpful. So once I do save up enough money with this strategy to get the destroyer, then that's obviously what I'm going to do, because I do need some better camo detection, and they also help out with general Moab takedown. So speaking of Moab takedown, the Moab will come on around 23, I think, so that's 6 rounds from now, or 6 to 5, and they have their cannon ship upgraded to pirate monkeys, so that's probably going to be their best Moab takedown ability type of thing. So again, I've got a pretty good buffer of money, and I'm going to try the same thing I do with pinks, to increase my income by a lot, and to sort of add some pressure to my opponent, because sending in that many pinks does add some pressure. And I'm not really spending as much money on my defenses, quite as much as he has. but I'm obviously spending a lot more on sending in balloons against my enemy, and you can see that they're kind of getting through a little bit. Not entirely, they're not quite leaking or costing him any lives, but they are getting through, like I said, quite a bit. And I'm almost at the point where I'm spending less than I'm making, which is good. I'm trying to spend less than I make, but at the moment, not quite. But I am pretty close right now, so that's good. And they're sending in some lower tiered balloons. Okay, now they're sending in a couple pinks, so that's a little dangerous, but not too bad, because now, like I said, I am pretty close to spending less than I'm making, because that gap where I'm not able to spend anything, or the gap between when I'm sending balloons and when I get my income is slowly lessening, I guess, or shrinking. And okay, once I get to 2,500, then I'm actually going to stop spending on pink balloons and start spending on bomb towers, because the Moab is going to appear soon. So let's increase this a little bit more. And again, once I have about 2,500 every 6 seconds, that's about an entire Moab Mauler every 6 seconds. Not quite, but pretty close. So that'll be helpful in building up my Moab defense, because I've only got 2 more rounds, which I'm assuming is going to take like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. So I don't have that much time to build up my Moab defense, but I really don't need that many Moab Maulers to defeat a Moab. So that's pretty good. And they're going with the Sniper 1 Moab Mauler tactic, I guess. Not really like a specific tactic, but let's see. So 1 more round until the Moab appears. And I'm not quite as prepared as I usually am, like on the Pumpkin Patch level, if you remember that one. I really like that level because of how well the stage itself sort of separates where you want to place what towers. But one of the advantages of this stage is that it has more room for Buccaneers or Destroyers, because the Destroyers are pretty awesome. They're like Super Monkeys. Not obviously, they don't have the same potential as a Super Monkey, but their starting potential of a Destroyer is about the same as a relatively unupgraded Super Monkey. So that's pretty good, especially if you have like 5 or 6 in this little stream of water. And now that I've got just about, wait for it, 3,000 every 6 seconds, then, okay, wow, I was thinking that would be enough for a continuous pink stream, but almost, I'm almost there. Not quite. There's still like a second or two where I don't have enough money to spend on pink balloons, but now I'm okay. Still 1 more try. I'm almost at the point where I can continuously send in pink balloons, which will continuously add pressure to him and continuously increase my income. So that's kind of the point where I want to be in, where I can continuously increase my income and build up the current amount of money that I have. So here there was no gap in me sending balloons and me increasing my income, I guess, because there was a sort of gap when I couldn't put them in the queue to send in balloons, but I was still sending them, even if I didn't have enough money to continuously send them, if that makes sense. So now I'm actually at the point, I just saw that, I'm at the point where I can continuously send them, and there won't even be a gap where I don't have enough money to buy them. It'll be pretty close. I won't be gaining too much money every 6 seconds, but it's enough to continuously send in pink balloons, which, as you can see, it's enough to add some pressure against him because his defenses aren't too great in that area, and my Moab Mauler line is good enough to completely destroy the Moab and then get rid of the ceramics pretty well. And as you can see, I'm increasing my current cash and my income, so this is a good position to be in, especially because they're not really sending any balloons at me. So even though this is Assault, and you're sort of expected to defeat your enemy by sending in balloons to defeat them, I'm playing it a little bit more like the defend game situation mode, I guess, where I'm trying mostly to outlive him by increasing my income to the point where I can just build like an unstoppable defense and have enough income to where I can send in something really strong. But apparently, I sent in enough because just adding in those pink balloons apparently put enough pressure on him to where he couldn't keep it up, which obviously works in my favor. So that's pretty good. You don't really need to send in one super strong wave necessarily, but just to add in that pressure to eventually overwhelm his forces. So I think in 2 more episodes I'll have enough, maybe 3, depending on if I lose or something. I'll have enough to unlock the next tier of towers, which I think the Spactory is in this tier, but I don't know why that was important. The Dartling gun is also pretty good, which I think that might be in the finals here. I don't remember. But, alright, so that's it for this episode. Let me know what you think about this series in the comments, I suppose. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.